All right, peace. I've got to give you my final thoughts on the state tournament that went down in March. And as you all know, Volcano Vista pulled it out and repeated as state champions in 5A 2 times in a row. And Albuquerque Academy won the 4A state title game. And it was exciting. Both teams made great runs through the whole entire state tournament and throughout the season, and it was really impressive. There was some other interesting stories and things like that, but for me, looking back at it, it felt like a hangover compared to the year before when Las Cruces and Volcano Vista met in the 5A final undefeated. Incredible game. Incredible season. You just didn't know who was going to win, but you knew it was going to be a collision, something like that. It was just a collision, and it was great to watch. And this year just seemed to lack that collision, so to speak. Two titans about to meet finally in the Roman Coliseum, so to speak, and it just didn't have that this year, from how I felt. From my point of view. I know other people look at it differently, of course, especially if you're cheering on your team. It's a whole different ball game. But for me, that's kind of how I saw it. You have teams that maybe were left out of the conversation, like Oregon Mountain from Las Cruces. Oregon Mountain had a fantastic season and came within a bucket of going to the state championship game. And that might have been quite a game right there. It might have been a better matchup for Sandia, who had lost to Volcano Vista 4 times, including the state championship game. And that might have been a whole different story, maybe a lot more exciting. I don't know. Well, for me, this is just for me, okay? I know other people might get upset and this and that, but that's okay. I beyond caring now. And as far as all of it goes, I was glad it was over, to be honest with you. I was just glad it was all over with, because this season, frankly, was not all that much fun, given all the drama that other people decided they wanted to create. There's a few other colleagues of mine, who covered high school basketball, who felt pretty much the same way, and maybe I'm speaking for them tonight. But that's kind of how we all felt a little bit. We were just glad it was over, that sort of thing. And we were just ready for something different, something to move on to. Because it was just, for us, it was just a constant battle. And a lot of complaining this year. Just a whole lot of complaining. And it just got real tiresome, to be honest with you. It just got real tiresome. And it takes the joy out of the game. And it takes away from what the kids do on the court. And, enough of that, really. But I kind of said my piece there. As far as the 4A was concerned, Albuquerque Academy had a fantastic run. And they just really caught the energy. And they were just traveling down the highway at a high rate of speed. And nobody was really going to stop them. Highland fell a little bit short. They lost to Taos. And that right there was just... kind of a culmination of a great run for Highland, especially from last year. This year they were looking to repeat, and it ended in the quarterfinal. And there's other great stories, too, as far as 4A is concerned. You have Hope Christian to add to that mix, and Coach Jim Murphy did a great coaching job getting them to the state championship final, because I don't think anybody would have expected them to be there, but they definitely made it. And with all of that going on, you could look at the whole state tournament games, and you could feel like a lot is missing. And a lot of it, I think, has to do with the change of culture in basketball here in the state and across the country with the prep schools and things like that. And you have a lot of people out there, especially parents, trying to promote their kids and get them to college via a college scholarship. And you have all these factors coming into play, and it changes the game. It just changes the game, the atmosphere, especially for the state tournament. I know it's still very serious for a lot of people, but just from the overall look of it, The matchups are different. The things that could have been are no longer there, and what could have been is no longer there. And maybe we all need to sit down and look at it and talk about it, because the place is definitely changing. The atmosphere is definitely changing. High school ball is definitely changing, especially with all the different things that are going on, from reclassification to going to school online and playing for club teams, playing in the grind session, things like that. That's all definitely affecting the game, especially here in New Mexico. And you can see it definitely in the state championship games, in the state tournament. You can definitely see a lot of scenarios that could have been there that are no longer there, thanks to the different moves that people have made in the off season. So those are things to definitely consider. I wonder where it goes next. I wonder if we have another exciting season like the one we had before with Las Cruces and Volcano. I wonder if teams stay together. You look at college; it's getting blown up right now with the transfer portal, and now you have high school, and it's beginning to show its signs in high school, where everybody is just, it seems like they're all kind of looking out for themselves a little bit, and they're not able to maybe grasp the concept of growing with team and growing with school and still being successful. But in a way, these are just pretty much my thoughts of what's going on in the state tournament. Congratulations to Albuquerque Academy and Volcano Vista. They both did wonderful jobs, and I think we're going to see another great year. Talk to you then. Have a great summer.